Hello everyone, it's me, I'm back, and this time I'm going to be talking about the next Sonic game. Yeah, I know. It's probably not going to be released this year, it's probably going to be released later next year, or possibly if it's going to be anything like Forces and they're going to take a 2-year break, it's going to be in 2020. So we don't know yet. There's a lot of stuff that is just up in the air at this point because, Forces kind of flopped. It's still sold well though, so we don't really know the business side of what Sega's going to be doing for the next Sonic game, but we can already maybe start discussing some things and maybe talk about to see if anything's going to return or if they're going to completely go back to the drawing board on this sort of game. Now, Sonic Forces, it sold well, even if it was not really rated that well by the fans or the critics, the game still sold well. And, I feel like that's just kind of a thing with Sonic. I think Sonic 06 even sold well. I don't know about that. I haven't checked the numbers, but Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Generations, they all sold well, and even Sonic Unleashed, that was kind of poorly receptive too, but it still made numbers. Now, in terms of the next Sonic game, we could be looking at a kind of overhaul of the entire franchise. Knowing that, it's the boost formula that they have been programming that for for years now, and they still can't make a game that's really highly receptive, especially after following the success of Sonic Generations. Seeing Sonic go so low is kind of disappointing. So what they may be doing is they might be scrapping the boost formula entirely. Now, they might be doing that in favor of a Sonic Adventure style because, at this point, Sega loves to listen to the fans, but in weird ways. Like, if some fans, say something that, they want this, they'll try it. And if it fails, they're like, okay, well, screw it. We're going on to the next Sonic fan, I feel like Sega is taking all sorts of ideas from different Sonic fans, and they're just trying to see what works. So what they might be doing is, since not many people like this boost formula game, they might be scrapping it entirely in favor of a Sonic Adventure style. And if that game does well, they might actually start working on a Sonic Adventure 3. Now, I know Sonic Adventure 3 is the biggest meme in the Sonic community right now because, we don't know if it's happening. I'm saying it's never gonna happen, but knowing Sega, they might be trying to make a quick buck by slapping the title on some other Sonic game, and there you go, making all their money back. But when it comes to the next Sonic game, they either, could be scrapping the mechanics that we've experienced for years now entirely, and they might just be trying to maybe form a new team of developers, programmers, and maybe try to work on something new, or they can just try to basically make Sonic Forces 2 essentially, and just try to fix all the issues Sonic Forces had in favor of, sticking with a gameplay they know how to develop for, and just basically stay with that. I'm not saying that Sonic Forces 2 is going to happen. I'm not saying the Avatar is going to return and all that, but they're going to see what worked from Sonic Forces. And honestly, I feel like the only thing that worked was Modern Sonic, and even then it wasn't really that well. So I feel like what they're going to do is, actually, now that I think of it, maybe they are going to keep the Avatar around because a lot of people seem to like that. So the only thing they might be taking away entirely is Classic Sonic, because not many people like Classic Sonic. He was obviously the worst part of the game, and what they might be doing is maybe working on a Sonic Forces, Avatar gameplay, kind of similar to how the Avatar and Modern Sonic had their own stages together. They might be working on an entire game focused on just that, using 2 abilities and using this kind of tag team gameplay. I've also heard some sort of rumor of a Sonic Heroes remake. It's definitely not happening, guys. This is retarded. Sonic Forces remake, no, it's just not happening. But, I mean, we'll see. Sega loves to, I don't know, they love nostalgia. They love nostalgia, so who knows, they might be trying to make a quick buck, kind of like Sonic Adventure 3, and just, bring back an old gameplay and try to remake it like that. But anyway, that's what I feel like they're going to be working on. If they're gonna go back to the drawing board entirely, I see them scrapping the boost gameplay completely. But if they don't really want to do that and don't want to work years on basically a new gameplay engine, they might be just trying to make a Sonic Forces version 2, basically patch everything that wasn't really that good. Like, basically make a Sonic Forces sequel, but not at the same time. Like, I feel like they don't want to bring any more attention to that game anymore at this point. I feel like what they're gonna do is they're just going to try to fix everything that didn't work in Sonic Forces, getting Classic Sonic out. Maybe I know there's a bunch of issues with Sonic Forces. I can't think of all of them at the top of my head, but I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna just improve on things that worked, and they're gonna get rid of things that didn't work. So I feel like the Avatar gameplay, maybe the 3D more open style game stages that they had in the Avatar Sonic stages, they might be taking a cue from that and maybe trying to see if they can develop an entire game off of that. So who knows? I'm just saying that maybe if Sega doesn't want to put all the manpower towards a new gameplay style, they will work with what they have, because they've been working on the Hedgehog engine 2 for so long, and that's their new graphics engine, and they still stuck with the boost gameplay. So what I'm thinking is they might still be keeping that, and they're just going to try to improve it. The people didn't like how it was in this game, so they're going to be like, okay, well, now we're going to improve on everything and see if maybe we can make something great. So that's what I feel like Sega has planned for the next Sonic game. Again, it's way too early to start speculating, but I feel like we just got to get these things out, in a way, document these things, document all of our predictions and see what happens, and maybe see if we are able to predict what Sega's going to do with the next Sonic game. I feel like more realistically, they might be trying to make a Sonic Forces 2 with maybe some existing gameplay elements, but still keeping the boost formula. But on the unrealistic side, maybe they might scrap it entirely. Who knows? It all depends on the fan reception and exactly what those business executives at Sega are planning to do with the franchise. That's just what I think. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think. I mean, tell me what you want from Sonic. Maybe tell me more information about the Sonic Heroes remake. I've heard a few rumors, but I definitely haven't heard much information. So, I mean, you guys are always free to discuss in the comment section below. All right, guys, I'll see you till next time.